You can use it with Zoom.
Is it a full-frame sensor or an APS-C crop sensor?
APS-C, yeah.
How much? Where did you get it?
I mean, I got it when I was on the island. Well, no, actually, I got it in Berlin.
In Berlin?
Yeah.
Are Sony cameras cheaper in Europe or more expensive?
I think they're about the same.
About the same.
Function.
Okay.
So most of the Python calls are, or most of the Python libraries are just calling a bunch of code that is written in C++.
What is an example of a library that was written C++ but that has wrappers in Python, or that has function calls in Python?
PyTorch.
So PyTorch.py.
Pretty much all of PyTorch is.
These are machine learning libraries or CompSci. Scientific computing.
Pretty much every Python library that anyone uses is written like that. So you can't actually write your library in Python; it'd be too slow. So yeah, SciPy, NumPy, pandas, all of it is all C++ code.
Interesting.
Either C or C++, yeah.
The algorithms that you wrote for different scientific computing libraries in Julia are more performant and more robust.
Yeah, they take less function calls, and then they also have the Julia advantage, right? So
What is the Julia advantage?
Well, there's performance due to implementation, right? So Python is slow because it runs certain operations in a way that it doesn't SIMD. So there's implementation, the computer details about why something can be slow, and there's mathematical reasons why something can be slow, right? Which is like, this algorithm takes 15 steps, and another algorithm takes 10 steps in order to get to the same accuracy, right?
So what are some of the optimizations that you would make, both from a computing standpoint and from a mathematical standpoint?
Yeah, so the standard, for example, the standard root finding method within SciPy uses a bisection, right?
Okay.
Uses a Brent's bisection. But what you can do is you can do SIMD, so you can do single instruction multiple data, which is the fact that you have certain parts of your processor that can do floating point computations at the same time on different. They could do the exact same floating point computation, but with different inputs to different outputs without slowing down. And you can use this to be able to, make your bisection you can bisect from 8 points at a time. So instead of bisection, you can oxect. And what you can do is you can oxect a few times. What you can do is you can do something that assumes a quadratic behavior with the Taylor series to be able to, if the function is differentiable, you can basically jump pretty close to where the piece will be, and then you can oxect from there, which then ends up being just so much faster than bisection.
Interesting.
Damn, boy. You go so high, though.